Hyam Jinot said that a child's mind is like wet cement. Whatever falls on it leaves an impression. And if that's true, then some of these video game deaths are responsible for shaping my mind into the fine figure I am today. Hi, I'm Star Onion with Soulless Corporate Video Machine, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 video game deaths that scarred me mentally. This was a joke about Watch Mojo, I don't usually make videos like this. Number 1. The Immortal. Head explosion. Here's one I showed off on stream recently. I had a Sega Mega Drive as a kid, or as a Genesis here in America, and when you think of a Genesis, you think... Now imagine my surprise when I get this game at a car boot sale, that means flea market here in America, and it loads up all like... Now this game is cryptic nonsense, nigh impossible without a guide of some kind and hard as nails. The first room can kill you with barely any chance to save yourself. But the part I'll always remember is the unique kill animations on some of these enemies, most notably this one. I mean, did you see that? Dude's head explodes and his brain is all there, and it's all gloopy and bloody, and now I'm into heavy metal, sorry dad. I mean, even worse, the corpse stays there after the battle, a constant reminder of the grim death you inflicted on this sentient being. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the Immortal is kind of worth playing just for the death animations alone, but just don't expect it to be very easy, or fun, or make sense in any way. Number 2. Fade to Black. Slimed. Here's one from the deepest, darkest recesses of my mind. The PS1 was kind of this poster child for weird deaths in games, but Fade to Black probably went a little bit ham with it. It was this super difficult, adventure-y style, find the key card type game, with some shooting thrown in, but it had this really amazing claustrophobic atmosphere. I think the storyline was something like you're Brown Jacket Billy, and you're attempting to find your way off this alien ship, and there's some other stuff going on that I don't remember because I never got that far. It was way too hard for me as a kid.
Don't shoot! I'm just the cook! Get in there, it's safe.
But you know what wasn't too hard for me as a kid? Dying. And these alien guys have some pretty crazy ways of doing it to you. They can melt down into these slime balls, and then if you so much as brush against them... Nice. Now again, Fade to Black is one of those games that's worth playing for the death screens alone, but it's also a really great atmospheric and creepy game. I think it's the sequel to something, but I'm too lazy to find out. Number 3. Tenchu, Stealth Assassin. Fond memories here. I used to go to Bristol in the UK to see my gran, and we'd almost always end up hanging out with my cousins in one of the bedrooms, hooking up the PS1 and playing one of the 2 games we had. Wu-Tang, Taste the Pain, which is great in its own right, or Tenchu Stealth Assassin. Now Tenchu was great for all the stealthy, assassin-y gameplay and the emphasis on subtlety over brute force, but I used to almost always hand off the controller to my cousin for the boss fights in particular, largely because I hated being responsible for stuff like this.
Money! Money is power! Power is everything!
Why is there so much blood? I think this game instilled in me the irrational fear that if I ever cut myself just a little, I'd suddenly start gushing like a ketchup bottle hit by a shotgun blast. And the guy is taunting you for it. And then the game further taunts you by calling you a failure. I don't know, this one just rattled me. I don't like being murdered, but I also think I hate being murdered and then laughed at the same time. Even more. Number 4. Resident Evil 5, Wesker Plane Battle. Now this one isn't strictly fair because it didn't really affect me negatively, and it isn't from my childhood, more my late adolescence, but Me and some of my friends I used to play the co-op with now know the line, Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation. Just from the number of times we've deliberately failed to watch this goofy-ass anticlimactic end to Chris Redfield's already totally dumbass crusade. So while this death didn't mess me up or frighten me, it definitely left an impression on my mind, and is 100% something that I refer to when reminiscing fondly with certain friends. Number 5. Bushido Blade. Literally anything. This one will take some explaining. So you're me, you're like 10 years old or something. You've got this new fighting game, Bushido Blade. Oh yeah. Now, fighting games, we all know what they look like. You got a guy on the left, a guy on the right, and two massive health bars on the top telling you just how many times you can whack each other before one of you falls down. Even a game like Soul Calibur, where they are hitting each other with swords, you have this chonky ass measure of your vitality, meaning every swing of these massive killing implements instead feels like bopping each other with wiffle bats. Now you take Bushido Blade. You got stabbed? You died. This was a massive shock to a kid like me at the time. Of course, getting stabbed with a samurai sword kills you. Of course it does. But throw in the character's often immediate reactions to their demises. They just fall down. Maybe some gurgling, but they go down. No fanfare, no echoing, no as they fly through the sky. Just cut down. A life snuffed out. I'm almost certainly reading too much into it, but as a kid, that was profound to me. Being killed isn't very glamorous, and that concept is explored by the storylines of some of the characters in the game.
Mikado. ごめんなさい.
They don't like killing, and that makes a very jarring juxtaposition from fighting games of the time and currently.
This hangover.
Too much fun at happy hour?
Oh, I got totally ripped.
Fatality.
Well, that's it. Those are 5 video game deaths that had a profound effect on my already shaky mental stability as a boy. Of course, I'm mostly a Final Fantasy XI streamer and content creator type thing, so we all know there's only one kind of death that's truly traumatizing. Fuck! Hello everyone. This is some stream footage in the background and my favourite Windurst remix by Space Roast. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who watches my dumbass videos or comes to my streams. I'm not a very confident person, as you can probably tell by my shaky, kind of soft-spoken voice. So doing these things as a hobby is a huge thing for me. And all of your likes, follows, and comments mean a lot. I know I'm not the best, but I'm always trying new things and trying to get better. If what I make interests you in the slightest, please let me know down below. I mostly do stuff on Twitch, but I do my best to make different kinds of videos all the time. If you've watched this far, again, thank you so much, take it easy, and I hope to see you in another one.